Alright, so I have just found this problem which I've seen multiple times everywhere, which has caused huge debate for maths. And to be honest, it was probably viral years ago when I'm late to the party. But it's 6. That is way too thick. Hold on a minute. Okay, that is 6 divided. Well, 6 divided by 2. 1 plus 2. Now, excuse my messy handwriting, I'm on using a mouse to do this. Now, there's two possible answers for this, right? It can be, people say it's either 1 or it's 9. They're the most common answers you get. Now, why? Well, because this can be rewritten as 6 divided by 2, and then you put 3 in the brackets. No one's arguing with that, right? No one argues with that. But then the question is, okay, so what order do we tackle this part in? Because you've got a division and a multiplication. Now, you would think, you would look at the brackets, and my mind automatically goes to do the brackets first because there's a bracket there, but really that's just shorthand multiplication. That's 6 divided by 2 times 3. That's what that statement says. And then now it's, oh well, it's obvious you do this first because, 6 divided by 2 first. And so then you get 9, right? That would give you 9. However, if you did the multiplication first, you get 1. So why is this a debate? Well, my thought what's wrong with this is this little symbol here, the divising symbol. If you look at that symbol more closely, right, it looks like a fraction, right? That's what the symbol is. It's a fraction with something on top and something on the bottom. And so the easy solution to this problem is to write don't use this sign, use a fraction. So have it as 6 divided by 2 times 3. If you do this, well then it's clear that your answer is going to be 1. No one's going to disagree with you there. If you do this divided by 2 times 3, well then it's clear the answer is going to be, 18 divided by 2 is 9. Right, that's clear. No one's going to argue with that. Now, so that still remains the question. Right, let me just erase some of this. Is that which answer is more correct? Well, I don't know. Let's look at a thought experiment. So you've got, I personally like the argument for 1 better, but I can't really say that's more correct because of how ambiguous this problem is. This has been mentioned everywhere, how it's ambiguous, right? It's dumbly written. So really it shouldn't be debated at all. But yeah, but think about it. If you have 6 divided by 2, well, you're going to write that as 6 on 2 in a fraction, right? Makes sense. If we have some variable x, 6 divided by 2 times x, right? You wouldn't write that as 6x on 2. You'd write that as 6 on 2x because this just looks way neater, right? Because this is on the right of the divisor sign, right? Don't forget that still means 2 times x. So if x equals 3, like it does in our example, and just the 3's in brackets, right? 6 divided by 2 times 3. Why does that change it? Right, a variable's always going to be a number in an application. So it's like, why does this change it? So yeah, obviously the obvious answer is don't ever write your problems as 6 divided by 2 times 3. Don't ever write this. Make it clearer. Right, that's poorly written. Let's try that again. 6 divided by. This is terribly written. Don't ever write anything like this, ever. Just don't do this. Right, write it using a fraction. One of these ways. So that way it's clear. So yeah, I mean if we looked at it, yeah, and so that's why. That's my take on the problem. I'm just a random uni student I've done high school maths enough to know what all those symbols mean. And it's, yeah, in maths we like our fractions, so just stick to fractions because it's way easier. Um, so yeah, actually, before we do that, let's see what the calculator says. I've got a graphics calculator here, 6 divided by. So the graphics calculator says 1, but if I do, wait, hang on, I put brackets, 6. Okay, so what my graphics calculator does, I'm putting, okay, let's have a look. I'm putting this problem into my calculator, right? Now what the calculator does, it's adding more brackets here. That's what it's doing. It automatically adds those brackets because that clears it up. That's a much clearer way to write it. But it just, because that's just the way you'd naturally interpret it as a mathematician. That feels more natural, although it's technically not more correct. It's more natural. And so it's, yeah. Um, there you go. Math. Have fun with that.